No cracks? Okay. One sec. There we go. What's up, Pete? Be Smooth back in the building. So, now listen up. Listen up. Ain't that funny? Whenever you would talk to somebody, so let's just say real quick, if you were in a group filled with your friends or people in general, you see somebody talk to everybody else in a cool way. But once they talk to you kind of differently. You know, it's kind of like you are like, I don't want to talk to you, but I'll talk to my friends. It's kind of like that. But anyway, here's what I'm going to be talking about today. So I'm gonna tell y'all why people test you why people test your confidence or your strength. All right. So the reason why people test your confidence and your strength is because you show some kind of weakness towards them. And that's what they perceive you as, kind of weak. So that's why they test you, to see if you're actually weak. They want to know for a fact if you're weak or not. All right? So now that we got that situated, I'm going to give y'all my 3 reasons why people test your confidence and your strength. So here's the first one. You show insecurities. Now listen, we all have our shortcomings and we all have our upcomings. We all have our proficiencies. We all have our deficiencies. But listen, nobody's perfect. All right, I have insecurities. I stutter. See? I stutter sometimes. The reason why I do that is because sometimes I tend to get a lot of words out at once. Now that shit used to faze me back in the day, but now it don't really faze me because I know that I'm already confident and I just have that bad habit and I'm still working on that. So now, whenever you show insecurities, you're basically in a, like, you're on guard. You don't want people to know. So if you have a big nose, and if somebody were to point out that you had a big nose, if you were like, hey, don't look at it. Don't look at it. I know it's big, but don't say that. See? Now you're showing insecurities. You're showing weakness. So that person that you're talking to is going to test you. How is that person going to test you? That person is going to be like, subconsciously, if you are going to be confident while you knowing that you have a big nose. And if you're not confident while having a big nose, that automatically lets a person know that you ain't that confident because you let your nose interfere with your confidence. You feel me? So that's the thing with that, y'all. So look, fixed insecurities are insecurities that you can fix. Self-explanatory. Like, if you're fat and overweight, look, here's my solution. Put the gummy worms down. Get to work. Eat less. Eat healthier. Exercise. You'll lose weight like it's no tomorrow. Also, drink water. I know it sounds easy, but you have to develop a routine. You for real have to look deep in this shit. Develop your own routine. Lose that weight. Make that shit a priority. Get that from me. Alright? Or if you have bad acne, you eat like shit. You ain't taking good care of your face. Do some research. Look for some high quality facial sets that will help you get rid of all that acne. Don't just sit back and let it happen. Do something about it. Alright? But if there are insecurities that are out of your hands, learn how to embrace those. I have a big ass head, y'all. I love my big head. Real quick, back in the day, people used to clown me because I had a big head. I used to be like, hey, I know I have a big head. Shut up. Now, I'm like, hell yeah, I got a big head. You got a problem? Big head means a lot of brains. Don't forget that shit. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Ooh, I love my big head so much. So that's all it is, y'all. You show insecurities, all right? Whenever you do that, that tells people that you may have a weakness. So that's why they test you, all right? That's all it is, y'all. Embrace your insecurities. We all got them. Nobody's perfect. So the second one is this. I already made a couple of videos on this, but I'm going to touch on it a little bit. You don't know how to stand up for yourself. You simply don't know how to stand up for yourself, y'all. What is the problem? Why can't you stand up for yourself? Are you afraid because you can't? I mean, are you afraid that you may offend the person? It's not about that person if you want to offend them or not. It's about you having self-respect. It is crazy. A lot of people in this generation, people like us, people like me, 20 years old and below or a little above, like 21, 22, a lot of them are simply afraid to stand up for themselves because they are afraid of confrontation. Listen. I'm all with confrontation. You cannot be afraid of confrontation. Alright? I'm not afraid of confrontation. You ain't finna punk me, fool. You ain't gonna bitch me. If you're doing something that I don't like, I'm gonna check you real quick. I don't care who you are. Point blank period, y'all. You cannot be afraid of confrontation. If you are, then people are gonna constantly disrespect you. Because you have a scarcity mindset. You are afraid to check that person. Alright? You have to learn how to stand up for yourself. That's the bottom line, y'all. And if you don't, then people are just gonna walk all around you, walk all over you like you were a dirty doormat. You can't let that happen, y'all. You cannot let that happen. And also, one more thing. Don't beat around the bush. If somebody were to bump into you, don't be like, excuse me, maybe you should not bump into me like that because, well, I just didn't appreciate it. Fuck that shit. You gonna be like, excuse me, you just bumped into me. I did not appreciate that. Will you please not do that again? You go straight through the bush like a sword going through plastic. You don't beat around the bush. That's what nice people do. Don't be like them unless the nice person knows how to stand up for themselves. Alright? Mean what you say. Say what you mean. Don't be beating around the bush. Stand up for yourself. Bottom line, y'all. And here's the last one. You have weak body language or body posture. I already made a video on that. I'm not going to make it too long. So, real quick, I'm just going to give you the more important information about bad body language or bad body posture. If you walked up to me and if you were like this, all tense, and if I said, hey, how you doing? B. If you were like, Paul, not making eye contact, and if you had your hands in your pocket, you are all tensed up and shit, that's going to automatically make me believe that you ain't got no confidence. So, I can't respect you. Alright? Confident people are not tensed up. They're relaxed. They look people in the eye. They don't stare at them now. Alright? Don't get your ass slapped. But they make good eye contact. They look directly at the other person's pupils. I already made a video on that. If you want to check it out, I'm going to have a little card right here. Right now. Alright? So, yeah. Bad body language, you're automatically being perceived subconsciously that you have no confidence and that you're weak. Especially if you're like this. Looking down. Looking all weak. It's crazy, y'all. It's an epidemic. You see a lot of people with bad body posture. It's so crazy. Alright, but yeah. That's probably the worst right there. The worst. Because it's bad body language. It's nonverbal. Alright? And it's nonverbal, then a lot of people who know the perfect concept about bad body posture and good body language, that they'll know that you probably have no confidence. Because people who have no confidence walk like this, in my opinion. People who have confidence always walk like this. I always walk like this. Always. Chest up. Shoulders back. Chest up though. Alright, y'all? So those are my 3 reasons why people test your confidence and your strength. Don't do any of these things, y'all. You don't want to be perceived as somebody who is weak, like SpongeBob. You don't want to, no. My guys over here and my girls over here, we know to not be perceived as weak. We know what we got to do to be perceived as somebody who is strong, physically and mentally. But mainly mentally. Alright, y'all? Alright. That's all I gotta say on that. I'ma holla at y'all though. In the next video. Peace out, player.